Hi guys, it's your girl Xee and Cyn, and we're back with another video. And today we're reacting to 7 very British things I love about living in England, and we got this from Vanessa Talks. So let's get into it.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Piece of Cake English. Today I wanted to talk about 7 things I absolutely love about living in the UK. I made a video a while ago about things that I found surprising about living in the UK, but in this video I want to talk about all the things that I adore. After all, I did fall in love with the UK and it was my decision to stay. So without further ado, here are 7 things that I love about living in the UK. The first thing is the food scene. So typically British food has quite a bad reputation in other countries. People always ask me, but what about the food, Vanessa? Do you also like the food? And my answer is yes. Let me say this. As a foodie and a food lover of all sorts, I loved every single meal I've had here so far. Especially in pubs, you'd find that the meals are quite hearty and the food quality is superb. I've talked about Sunday roasts in pubs in my other video about 7 things that surprised me about living in the UK, and I've told you that I absolutely adore a good Sunday roast, but I also really love the sandwich culture here. Sandwiches and chips or crisps are the best lunch ever, period. Whoever invented that is a freaking genius. I think it was the Earl of Sandwich who invented sandwiches, wasn't it? Alexa, who invented sandwiches?
John Montague, 4th Earl of Sandwich, contributed to the invention of sandwich.
Oh yeah, the Earl of Sandwich. I love that. You would go into a supermarket here, let's say Marks and Spencer's or Waitrose, because they've got the best sandwiches, in my opinion. I hope that's a popular opinion. And you would go in and there would be an aisle full of different types of sandwiches, everything your heart could ever desire. It's like sandwich paradise. And they are delicious. The food quality is amazing and it's the perfect lunch. I remember when I moved to London, I had a sandwich for lunch every single day because I just wanted to try them all. You know, Pokemon, you gotta catch them all. Sandwiches, you gotta try them all. I really don't know why I just said that. And that's something we just don't have in Austria. In Austria, we do have amazing bakeries and the bread is just another level, but we don't have that kind of variety when it comes to sandwiches. And I was really impressed by that. Also, as some of you might know, I live in London, and because London is such a multicultural city and it's such a melting pot for different cultures, you'd find food from all over the world. And I've had food that I've never tried before, and it's great to be able to do that. Another reason why
I love that food and just the variety of food from different cultures, because there's so many different cultures over there in London. I mean, the UK overall. It's beautiful.
That Sunday roast can't come out of my brain.
This is Sunday. You always hear about it.
Always hear about the Sunday roast. Yeah.
And the one
I'm ready.
I like the one I've been seeing on TikTok is this one with like crispy potato. The potatoes can be so. It's not mashed. It's just really crispy.
That they just chop up the potatoes and bake them.
And then
so Janine told me how to make it.
Oh
my God!
Did you do it?
Oh my God! Haven't done it yet. My mouth still watering.
And she has potatoes in this house all the time.
Are you okay, Raya? Yes. Okay.
I can't with her.
So convincing that
you said it not once but 2 times.
My mouth is watering to do it.
Yeah.
Love living in the UK is the history and the architecture. There is so much to see and to explore and to do. One of my favorite things to do is visit different cities within the UK. And I've seen quite a few cities now, and every time I'm left speechless because I'm just surrounded by so much history and beautiful architecture. From Roman and Gothic architecture to Tudor and Elizabethan buildings to Georgian and Victorian, there is so much to see and so much to explore, and I love it because everything is so different and so unique. Like Windsor and Windsor Castle and Oxford and Cambridge, and when I went to the Cotswolds, I love the houses there. They're called storybook houses because they look like out of a fairy tale or a Disney film. They're made out of this golden limestone, and they're just gorgeous and so cute. And when I went to Bath, I was so impressed with the architecture as well and the feel of the city. It's almost like time traveling. I've also visited Chatsworth House recently, which was my long-term dream because I'm a huge fan of the Pride and Prejudice film directed by Joe Wright. And to go to Chatsworth House was just a dream come true for me. I very much felt like Keira Knightley, and that is my goal in life, basically. I was just absolutely speechless. It was definitely one of the most beautiful, stately homes I've ever seen. And I grew up next to Schönbrunn Castle, so it's a pretty impressive castle. I could talk about the UK's architecture and cities for hours, but I will stop here because this video cannot be 10 hours long. But I will say, whenever you can, try to visit not only London, which is a great city, but also try to visit cities outside of London because you would be missing out on a lot of the beauty. The people.
I agree. Jeez. Because like London, I would agree with her because like, you know, England and European countries have their like those architectures from like eons ago still standing to this day. It's so beautiful to look at the history behind it, those castles. Pride and Prejudice. I love it. Love it.
I can't get over that one.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
It is.
But she's right. There's so much to see and do.
yes.
It's that you can never get bored.
Yep.
And you know, I always say this in my videos. I think people, when you're there, you take it for granted.
Yes. Because you always see it's normal.
It's just right in front of you all the time, and you just take it for granted. But like me now, coming in fresh, I'm like, ooh, like I'm an idiot, and I can't soak enough in. You know what I mean? I just can't wait, like I said before, to come and we can't wait to come and experience it for ourselves. I know she included. I just pull her in.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I have. It's one of my goals. Like definitely to see if the food.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love getting to know the people here in England. People are so polite, helpful, and kind. And it doesn't matter where you go, on the street, in a restaurant, everyone is so welcoming and friendly. When I moved to the UK, I never felt like an outsider or that I wasn't welcome. I've had so many instances where people have helped me or were incredibly nice to me. I also love getting to know people on my YouTube channel, British people who are talking to me and have given me historical information and explanations. I really appreciate your comments and your input. Also, I absolutely adore people's sense of humor here. I love British humor. I find the sort of sarcasm, deadpan, dry humor hilarious. The film and theater scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we can just say, yeah, we love you guys. Period, point blank. Hands down. That's it. That's all we're gonna say.
Let's go. Let's continue.
I don't know about you, but I'm a huge film and theater fan. And being in London especially, I find that London's theater scene is one of the most diverse I've ever experienced. In addition to the glitz and glamour of the West End, there is a theatrical paradise hidden away. These are the so-called fringe theaters, or sometimes also referred to as London's off-West End theaters. And in my opinion, these are where some of the best and cheapest shows can be found. In addition to theaters, London cinemas are some of the coolest cinemas I've ever been to. The Electric Cinema in Notting Hill, for example, looks like a cinema from the 1920s. It has these amazing velvet chairs. It's very chic and it kind of feels like you've traveled in time. I remember going to the Electric Cinema for the first time, and as a huge movie buff, that was really special to me. It felt like I stepped into the world of The Great Gatsby, and I mean, who wouldn't like that? For a while at least. I don't want to be trapped in there. The countryside. So
I love that the movie theater is just the history behind it, especially when she was talking about the one that's, like it gives it the feel of the 1920s. That's nice. That's really, I like that. You guys treasure your history. You guys treasure things from back then. You guys are not so quick to modernize it. Like, if you like, little tweaks up a little, to make it more comfortable.
Just a little refurbish if it's needed, but that's it.
But that's it. You don't like do a whole drastic change, which I like about that.
But that's their thing too.
I like
theater.
That.
Film and theater is all about England, London, UK, all these places. When you stop to think about it, it was like they gave it to us. No, well, it's not. It's like they gave it to us, but they perfected. Put it that way. That's how I see it.
I've talked about the architecture and history of different cities in the UK, but of course, I also must mention the countryside. As much as I love living in London, I always need a bit of time away from the stress and the buzz of living in a big city. I've recently completed the Yorkshire 3-Peak Challenge. I'm very proud of myself. I gotta pat myself on my own shoulder here. It's a 12-hour hike. Yes, you've heard that right. It's 12 hours. And you hike up 3 peaks, so 3 mountains. And after the 3rd mountain, I obviously couldn't walk anymore. But the scenery was breathtaking. You can go on the most beautiful, picturesque walks in the UK, and that is something I personally really enjoy and also need mentally, especially now. Hashtag COVID-19.
Yeah.
And I just love the fact that I could drive to Yorkshire and go on the most beautiful hikes, or drive to Dorset and be on a beach and go on the most stunning coastal walks. So to be able to do that is so special to me, and that is something I'm really grateful for and I do cherish. The weather.
Yeah, a 12-hour hike. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been on hikes. I like it. But 12 hours going up and then I'm sorry. I can't. 12-hour hike.
I have nothing to say.
That's too much. Like you said, I would have filled my legs after the third hour. I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
That's a lot.
It is, and you're going up.
Nah.
But legs are turned down. Her legs are toned down.
My hat's to her, because nah. Sorry, nah.
But on a serious note, you guys' countryside is so beautiful. The greenery. Oh my.
The Cotswold. When you look at, the country. Listen.
It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
And the houses and the structure. When you look at it, be like, okay, I don't want to move from here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Magnificent.
It just takes your breath away how beautiful it is, and you won't believe how this is real.
Yeah, peace and serenity.
Yes,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's how you want to feel, though. Not here.
In Alaska, yes. But other states, I don't know. Can't talk for the side.
Yeah.
Yes, the weather is something I absolutely adore in England. When I first moved to London, I was quite apprehensive because a lot of people told me it's going to rain all the time, it's going to be cloudy and overcast, but I do not find that at all. Yes, there are days where it rains, like in every country, but we also get beautiful sunshine. So I think it really changes a lot. I'm also a person who doesn't like the cold. I know I'm from Austria. I should be used to it. I'm really not. And I find that England does not get as freezing cold in the winter as Austria does. So I'm really happy about that. I also love the fact that you have seasons here and you can really feel the change of the seasons. Pub culture.
I did not. Okay, I never thought about the winters like that, like how cold it gets. So
Yeah,
I'm curious
because I keep hearing that they don't really get snow like that.
They really don't. Okay.
But I don't know. I keep hearing, because you always hear it's cold.
You always hear about the rain, most of the snow.
Yeah, and it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
But,
yeah.
But not necessarily. I don't hear much.
Like they're not getting snowed in like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, man, there's so much to see and do. Outdoor, indoor. It doesn't matter if it's raining, man. Just put your clothes on and get out. A little rain. Put the right gears on. That's just how I see it. And get out.
Yep.
We do it here.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
And it's not that they complain about it when you really think about it.
No, they don't. It's just like a stereotype.
Yeah, it's just something that they talk about. It is what it is. They're used to it.
You can't change it.
Pub culture is another one, baby.
She's ready for the pubs.
I love the UK's amazing pubs that you come across. They have great names like the Jon Snow or the William Shakespeare or the George. I feel like a lot of pubs in the UK are called the George, and some of them have been there for centuries.
Yeah.
The Spaniards Inn in London, for example, dates back to the 16th century. So that's really cool when you think about it. You're in a pub that's so old, and who knows who was there before you. What I also love about pubs is how cozy and comfortable it is. In Vienna, you would go to a bar and you would kind of dress up for it, but in a pub, it doesn't really matter because you see people who are dressed super casually. There are some people who are dressed up, there are families. So it's a very chilled and relaxed atmosphere, which I really like. It's a great place to meet people in general, friends, family. If you're on a date, it's a great atmosphere. Okay, guys, these were 7 things I love about living in the UK, and there are so many more. I'm actually thinking of doing a video that is London related, so things I love about living in London specifically.
That was awesome. You know I'm all for the pop culture, don't you?
Yeah. Wow, from the 1600s. I'm like so blown away by that because that's
a
long time ago. Dang, that's far.
Can you imagine just thinking, who have been here?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Which great sat in here and doing what I'm doing.
And the building is still standing to this
Yeah.
day.
No,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And then the atmosphere is just so different, man. That's what I love about whenever time they say pub. I just can just picture myself sitting down. Yeah,
people singing.
The more you drink, the louder you get.
Yeah. Oh, they start singing and telling jokes
and eating and
yeah.
You know, I mean, like the atmosphere is just right. That's just me. That's what I see. And kids are welcome as well. It's just cool. So overall, the things that she loved.
Question: are pubs similar to what are clubs here in America or no?
No, it doesn't seem that way. Based on all these videos that I've watched and what I've heard from my regular smugglers, no. It's like it's a place where you go to hang out, chill, chat with friends. Anybody kicking you out, you drink, you eat, you just be yourself. You know, just it doesn't matter who you are, what attire you're in, you're welcome. You have the different class then, but you know, the old jacks, the white collar snobs, everybody just merging, collar tie pop off, and you're having your drink, and the little weasels, computer wheezy, them come in, and when they start drinking, you see a different side. So that's what it is. Or if you have some food to eat, and it's yeah.
She knows.
I'm excited.
Listen, she's ready.
All these videos that I'm excited. I just want to experience it so bad.
Yeah, you will.
And it's a homey feeling. Well, I shouldn't use the word homey. Homey for them means something else.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to show you a video like that. Ooh, we need to take the quiz. How much do you know about the UK?
Okay.
I did it and I did go. I was like,
I'm not surprised.
I was like, woo! So we're gonna do it. Listen to me getting excited. It was so much fun doing it.
I might get a seat. You got an A+.
Listen, it was fun. I was like, what I'm learning through these videos
Yes.
are really sticking.
Yes.
Because I doubted myself and I saw it. I'm like, I don't think I want to do this video because, but when I sat down and I turned my camera on, I'm like, okay.
We're learning. It's sticking.
And whatever I'm watching, it's sticking.
Yeah.
I may not be using it but the question was like, oh,
when you get there, you'll be a native. You're
Listen,
not like a foreigner. You're like, oh, she's one of us.
listen.
Come on.
all right? All right?
Yes.
Love you
Oh,
guys.
guys.
We're running out of